this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to show or hide different properties on the site based on if a user is logged in or not. And so if you remember back when we stubbed out this login link, if you click on that, it doesn't do anything except go to the home page because we just told it to go to the root path. And so in this episode, we're going to fix that and actually give the ability so that when a user is logged in, this button will actually say log out or sign out. And then when the user is not signed in, it'll say either sign up or sign in. And so the way we're going to do that is using some built-in Devise methods. So back in your app, let's create a branch for this. So we'll go get checkout-b and we'll say adding button functions. Okay, so it's on the new branch, and the way you're going to do this is you're going to go to your app name, your app directory, then app, then views, then layouts, and then the application HTML ERB file. And you can see we have our login button, and we'll give it a little bit more room here because we're about to add some more functionality to it. And so what you want to do is put in a Ruby call right here, and so you'll give the bracket and then the % and say if current underscore user, and then do % and end the bracket, and then indent this, and we'll go down to the next line and say else and end that call, and then we'll do our end bracket right here just so we don't forget it, because that's something I have a tendency to do. And so we'll get this and paste it in here. Okay, and these are just stubbed out. We're going to add to these now. So we want this to say, okay, if the user is a current user, or if it's a current user, which means that the user's signed in, we want to say link to the sign out page. And if that's not the case, so in this else block right here, we're going to say sign up and sign in. And to find out what to put right here, it's actually pretty easy. Let's bring the console up so we have plenty of room, and then type in rake routes. And as you can see, we have our full list of all the things that we can call on a user. And the very first thing that we want to do is actually use this destroy user session. And that may sound like a bad thing. It really just means sign out. And you can tell that if you look at the URI pattern right here, it's going to direct them to users, sign out, and it's going to call the destroy method, which just means it's destroying the user session. It's not deleting the user or anything like that. So this is what we want for signing the user out. To sign up, we're going to want to do the new user registration path right here, and that's the same as users sign up, and that calls on the new function. And then the last one is new user session path, which is right up here, and that gets directed to sign in, and it also is a new that's a new method. The difference is this one is a new session, this one is a new registration. So let's plug those in here. So for sign out, what we're going to want is destroy underscore user underscore session path. And then one key thing to do here, you also have to call a specific method. So you do method colon delete, and we'll re-indent this. And the reason you have to do that is because you'll get an error message if the system doesn't know that you're actually calling a delete method. So that's very important to put that in there. Okay, for sign up, we just have to do new user registration path, and then the last one is new user session path. Okay, so let's save this and start the Rails server up again. And coming to our site, I'll hit refresh. And you can see now we're not signed in, and so you see the button sign up or sign in. If I click sign up, it takes us to our sign up form. If I click sign in, it'll take us right here. And since we do have some users built in already, then I'll just sign in, hit return, and now look there on the top right hand corner, this is now switched to sign out. And if you click the sign out button, we're back to sign up or sign in, and it tells us that we've signed out successfully. So it's all working perfectly. So if you went through that tutorial, great job. It's very easy to implement that kind of functionality. You just go into your application file for the view and then put a nice little if-else block, and it's very, very easy to implement. So please let me know if you have any questions at all about that, and in the next video we're going to learn how to create some better looking alerts and notices.